Red. Hello, you stupid butts, you butthole sniffers, you smellers of rotten, rank little booty holes. How do we still have Kohler to kill? It's stream time for me, your friend, Rufus. How do you say Rufus? Rufus. Oh, it's too loud. I knew it was gonna be too loud. I was listening to so Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 has expansion out called Shadow Thingalings, Shadow Dingalingers. And I've been playing it. It's been incredibly good. Like, here's all I'll say about it. I played Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn at the launch. You could not get on that dang thing in a hot minute. It took hours of waiting, and then when people got in, they would just stay logged in. So at launch, it was really rough. Everyone expected something similar to happen with the expansion. I haven't been there for any of the other expansions, so I don't know whether that's ridiculous or pretty accurate to expect that. But I wonder if this is supposed to be the pilot's friend's gun, the wingman, the little bird. Since you get it from that thing. Anyway, oh man, this guy replaced another gun nut. Gun nuts are money nuts, and splitty guys are not. Anyway, this one's really smooth. The first day I logged in, at the very first moment, the expansion went live. I had the early access because even though I don't pre-order, I pre-ordered it. Pre-ordering for a game that you're already paying for a monthly subscription on is just that simple. It also gave me an item that gives me like a huge, gigantic experience boost that I used for a very, very long time. So, whatever. Kiss my butt. I broke my own rule for a game that I have now twice paid for a subscription on, separately. I don't care. I don't pre-order games that are like great giant question marks. If it's an extension of a game that I already know and love, whatever. I would pre-order a fucking Gungeon DLC were that the case, and I probably will pre-order Blade of the Bladester or whatever the sequel or the Dodge Rolls follow-up would be. Because, you know, there's very, very few things that I support wholeheartedly, like in terms of the gaming world. I'm gonna buy every single Smash Brothers game that comes out. I'm gonna play them for, as time goes on, fewer and fewer hours. But I'm gonna guaranteed buy every single Smash Brother game. There's no stopping me. I love and support the series. Oh boy. So how do we do this? Okay, so we're gonna buy the smoke bomb and then we're gonna steal the shotgun as soon as we get a little bit more money. How much is the smoke bomb? 32? 38? Are you crazy? Well, shit. Fucking nuts. We need more gun nuts to fight. These little 1-cent rooms are not cutting the cheese nor the mustard. Fuck you, blue chest. Well, we might have just... I think we're guaranteed 6 cents. But I also wanted to get a gun before the boss, but you know how it goes. We're probably not going to be able to open that red chest, which... whatever, it's a red chest. It's not as big of a deal as if it was a black boy, a demon chest, a dark prince of the chestular variety. Chesticular. But we're... anyway, games I'll pre-order. Dodge Roll Games from here on out. Games I'm already playing the hell out of. Essentially, any subscription game that I get involved in, which hopefully is very few. Oh my god, that was so close. There's I have a problem with subscriptions in general, which it sounds like I'm being a hypnocrit. God, this... wow. This fucking gun sucks buns. This is the guns that suck in the buns. But, I know I'm a hypocrite about subscriptions when it comes to, like, I won't get Audible. I read 1 million, or I listen to 1 million audiobooks, and I just keep buying them. Because I don't like the idea of it being taken from me at some point in the future. I don't like the idea of my internet connection going down and I can't. I mean, I think Audible, you probably can still listen to it if you don't have internet. But, like, I don't know. You don't own anything. I still feel old and weird about the whole, like, paying for licenses of things. Oh, wow. Okay, so we did not get another key. We did get a heroine, and we did get enough to steal for real. I don't know if okay. Guess we got a little curse now. We're gonna try this. I'm really not thrilled about, oh, you know, let's wait. We got 2 blanks. Let's check the regular places that it might be. It could be on the left here. Nope. It could be up here. Oh, I really thought. It can't be right here because it's not going to be in the thing. It could be right here, but it's less likely in a room with a mini shop. Okay. Holy fucking shit. So we now have 6 curse. And we have the boss weapon. And that worked. And I'm so glad I didn't use a key on that. Green Guanstone is good and all, but, you know, etc., etc., etc. We don't need to talk about Green Guanstone. We've already talked about it. But yeah, I don't like subscriptions. I don't like renting things, basically. If I could never rent anything, I would never rent anything. And that's what a subscription is. It's renting, like, the rights to experience something. People are trying to make all of game ownership license rental. And I fucking hate it. And, you know, here I am being a hypocrite. I know I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV and I've spent whatever amount on it, and then I'm paying every month, and then I'm paying for expansions. I know I'm being a hypocrite. Just fucking shut up about it, nerd. Oh god. I know. I hear my hypocriticity. Mississippi. I know. I hate it about myself too. But I have gotten, like, days of playtime in that game. I mean, I got days of playtime in that game the first month of having it. And I got the first 2 months for free because they knew I was, you know, have it for me. But the occasional MMO aside, I don't like the idea of eternal rental of games. I don't like the idea of games becoming worthless pieces of crap if I'm not paying every month. I don't like the idea of constant updates, honestly. That's something you pretty much just have to get over as time goes on, because no game... Oh, Lord. I would really like the help Hilster. Hilpelster. The Hill Polstry. Holposter. No, I would really like the hip holster because Who doesn't want another fat curse splat at the end of every chat? There we go. I don't have any really, like, great, super useful guns for it right now. I got a charge weapon that shoots its smallest beam first, meaning it'll do just about nothing. Oh, Lord. Most of the time. It'll shoot a little tiny regular Mega Man thing. If it was a charge-only weapon, it would actually be better in this circumstition. Dude, I've had a crazy long week. Or a crazy dumb week, I guess is the best way to put it. Moses got sick this weekend, so on Friday I had we had to do a 3-person job with 2. It was rough. Money was fine, but it was rough. Since Moses was sick, he's the other shift lead for the bar. So I was left doing what was supposed to be his what do you call it? He was supposed to do inventory this week. I ended up having to do it. So we did that today. I kind of spread it out amongst 2 days by just like, whatever, boring stuff. But, by boring stuff. But, oh, what am I doing? But, you know, it was actually pretty slow the last 2 days, which is pretty refreshing because that doesn't happen like ever. But it being slow did not stop it from being very long shifts. And we just kind of, time just kept going on. Also, I didn't sleep much because I was playing that new expansion to that game I was talking about, you know, minutes ago. So I'm tired. My mind's not all looped together. That's like surprisingly weird. I feel like when it rains, it fucking pours with these goddamn... What am I doing? Ability to steal items. We're gonna sell the balls. The smoke balls. Wait, how do I do it? Up. Because, I mean, we're not gonna run out of the other one. And it doesn't take up any kind of slot space when you are holding another gun. There's a limitless number of guns held, only one or a few active items. We can get to where we can hold more of them, but... Dude, the rat pouch, I remember when that was first introduced, people were like, this is ridiculous. You should not. You shouldn't. How dare they let you hold that many items? They're ruining the game's precious, precious balance. Anyway, talking about balance in a single-player, non-competitive game is weird to me. But that's another tangent that I don't want to jump down. Man, I wish the fucking heroine would just be the Mega Hand every time. I am happy, though, that I'm not stuck using my, starter. Oops. But I got actually a couple options. Like, the regular shotgun is fucking good. Ooh, baby. Oh, man. That actually kind of sucks. We're definitely going to the, Old King fight, so, yep. And we're going to do everything in our power to go to the Old King fight. So we're going to go buy this thing. Yeah, I didn't think it was there. I have no idea where the item room is, honestly. Or the secret room, excuse me. Do this, do this, do this. There's actually a pretty good chance it was in here. That's crazy. Yeah, and then we're good to go. We're good to go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna play some Final Fantasy XIV tonight. I'm not rushing through the story quests. I usually pretty much don't pay attention to the story quests of this game, and then if I really care, I'll look up a recap or I'll watch the cutscenes. In my you can watch the cutscenes from the ends with two ends. That is a weird sentence. Ends with two ends. Do you know what I mean? I mean, like, in, like, a hotel room. Or hotel, I guess. You can get hotel rooms in this game, and inside of it, there's this thing called the Never-Ending Journey or something. That, you can rewatch any of the old cutscenes. God damn it. No, it's not the Never-Ending Journey. That's some sort of book. Movie! Never-Ending Story. Unending something. I think it's probably just the Unending Journey, which is a reference to how this is an MMO and they'll keep adding content. You know what's crazy though? So, okay, new expansion comes out. You get X number of new missions. Finish this whole story, 10 levels, etc., etc. It goes on and on and on. And then until the next expansion, they slowly add more stuff as they figure out what the story is going to be and how they need to get you there. So it's just a game of constant, continual updates. I think there's something like one update every 2 months with new content. New, legitimate, genuine story-style content. Which seems like the unending workload to the writers, the programmers, the designers, the systems developers, all of that. Like, they're constantly tweaking job abilities, which is, you know, that part's frustrating. My favorite job got nerfed a little bit. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is super, super good to see. And everything in general is such a positive that it's hard to really, like, be too upset about one thing being kind of a bummer. Dude, I felt myself trapping myself there. That was pretty dumb. Lord Jesus. Just let me out. This way feels right. This way feels super right. Okay, not super right. Damn. This way doesn't feel right at all. Because of how it is a dead end to the way I already came. So that long path seems like it's going to lead me either to the boss or to a mini-boss. Okay, I'm stupid. I see what it did there. What you did there, game. You got in my brain. You're dead as fuck. But you got in my brain. Good on you. It's right here. This is the way we needed to go, though. We have another fucking sales creep. This guy is all over me. And it's kind of disgusting. But I was right about the other path leading to the boss. You need to clear a little bit of space to let the boss right in. So there's usually going to be some sort of hallway or some sort of thin, narrow room before you get to the boss. So that there's a chance for you to clear enough of a way. Oh my god. This is kind of a chump's run, and I don't care. I mean, I'm going to use this on every single boss until we run out of ammo. Which seems like it might actually be pretty soon, because ammo ain't dropping. I mean, okay, Finish Gun doesn't use much ammo. It's true. It's true. Truly G. the place to be. So here's what we do. I should have done this first. I'm stupid. Get rid of that and throw it away, basically. And get a little sack of crap out of it. We're gonna open both of these. Regular A. That's crazy. And another ability to steal? What the fuck is going on? Jeez. Luis. So what's this gun called? Predator? Let's see something. That's really fucking good. So we want to look for sunglasses. Let's see what the other one is. Gray Mauser Sin. Oops. Sin. Let's see what Guns and Deviltry does. Okay, so we're going to drop the Gray Mauser, which will get us a ton of money because I think it's a pretty expensive weapon. Yeah, so it got us a full 30, which is like the top tits, the top part of the tits. We're already at 6 curse, so it's not like we're going to be grabbing too readily. Our keys are looking like the opposite of a snack. Like a barf. But everything's going great, man. This is a great run. Oh, I didn't grab any fucking water. Everything's going terribly. Oh. 1 hit of day-old water. Don't do the trick. So I actually need to be a little considerate of ammo with the Predator, but it is a pretty strong weapon that don't miss. So I'm going to actually use it. Whereas another part of the reason I got rid of the Mauser, oh man, is because who uses that gun? The answer: Snowbody. Guy looks like he's got a radiation warning on his face. Yeah. Bounce off the wall into the pit. Not into the nothing. Let's get the actual threats out of here. Fill up these bad boys. Ah. I wanted the reload to be the thing that killed. Save a little ammo that way. It's called a pro gamer move. It's really cool the way that gamer has become in. I get it, mostly jokes, synonymous with racist internet bigot. It's really cool that. Buy this now. This is like the world's. This is history's worst shop. It's crazy though. So the joke is, alright. What do gamers like to do online? They like to spout just the vilest things they can come up with about people. If you're a minority or a woman, you're just as open season on you being, you know, made fun of and harassed. Ha ha ha. We're gamers. So here's the thing. Say you play video games a good deal, and you're one of them. You're one of those two things that they love to talk shit on. How do you get to be a part of this? I mean, we're talking about with a joke, with a meme, with a thing that is structured around being hilariously, like, ridiculously incorrigible. Is supposed to be so obscene, because no one would really do that. But then, you know, you got actual kids actually calling you the N-word all the time, and you're like, ha ha ha, it's like those jokes, but it's real. This has been going on since they put microphones on video games. Since they put mics on headsets and allowed people to connect on the internet, it's been kind of a thing that you're just supposed to go like, yeah, that's fine. That's part of the experience. Thick skin sinks ships or whatever. But it sucks, man. It sucks that, like, there's so many things in life as it currently is, in this modern existence. You just gotta be like, yeah, this is just the part of the cost of doing business. Part of the cost of enjoying the thing is, if you're not straight white male, you're gonna be harassed or the butt of jokes or whatever. And why though? Who say can say co? You know? Who say can say co? I'm gonna wait until the end of the floor because why the fuck not, man? I'm gonna do the rest of this floor weird. Just trust me on this. I got a technique for you. It's called use your worst guns exclusively. Something you guys have never seen me do before. Oh wait, that's not my worst gun right now. If I remember about my hip holster. Whoop! Using the fucking heroin is boring. Not because it's bad, because it's boring, because it's slow. How come you get to keep existing? Yee! Yee! Sometimes you just gotta put the limit to the test. Test all the way up. So I learned the other day that the Tesla company, this is the worst segue of all time. I said Tess, and that was close enough for me to start thinking about Teslas again. It started in 2003 by a couple of dudes, neither of whom was Elon Musk. I think Elon was just a early buy-in. He bought in real quickly, and, you know, he's got the money. He's got that PayPal scratch rolling around in his coffers. Hey Ninja, what's up? But Elon has decided that Tesla is his baby and his alone, and he did it, and no one else deserves credit. So I'm nervous about the future of Tesla, and I have been for a while. Not because I think the company is doing anything wrong, but it's because of the Trumpian effect that Twitter has on Elon. Old Elon, he's done some impressive things with his fortunes, and he's made his fortune. Oh, I'm talking about old Mr. Musk and his, like, bad business practices, his weebishness and his Twitter trollery. Like, he's a big dumb doy, and he is potentially gonna put that company in the ground, like, for realzos. He says things that are technically fraud sometimes. He's done some awful things that have kind of yeah, the thing is, I want a Tesla for more reasons than putting money in Elon's pockets. I just think it is the most future-forward vehicle in the history of vehicles. We have another electric. We have a Nissan Leaf that we got for Jackie, and there's so much that it's missing. There's so much that Tesla has just done better. The you know, the self-driving capabilities and stuff. It has the on-ramp to off-ramp self-driving. It's just it's leaps and bounds above what yeah, but they're also the safest car to ever have existed. So there is the fear of it behaving badly. And what the fuck? I don't want a synergy with a Derringer. Thorn Bathu. Wow, that's fucking terrible. But I don't want to think about purchasing a car with specifically what it's gonna cost to fix it being the driving force. I still am gonna keep my my Kia Soul. That's gonna be our road trip vehicle. Oh man, that sucked. Until, or maybe it's. I want to road trip in the Tesla, of course, because I want the completely free experience. But Jackie still gets really nervous about, like, we can't drive her Leaf. That's true, but it has like a 800,000 mile warranty, 6 years, and that's full coverage besides accidents. So I'm not really worried about that. 6 years is a very long time to not spend anything on gas, and have full repair coverage. They really do have a good system in place for the Tesla, as long as you don't get run into. I mean, if my car gets totaled, then I'll have full coverage, but after that, it's just kind of like, well, that sucked. That was it. That's true. That's another thing. But if the situation with Tesla, that's why I was bringing it up, is if Muscadoo fucks the pooch on this one, then hopefully the rest of the stockholders will just buy him out. If he goes so crazy with power that he actually is completely deleterious to the company. Yeah, that's another thing I brought up. He claims credit for the creation of the company when he is not the creator of the company. But he, you know, he's a shit. I still, like, we have a Nissan Leaf. If we were just doing it for just the electric vehicle, we got that covered. I want to be the two of us both driving fully electric vehicles instead of just Jackie. Like, so I work doubles Saturdays and Sundays. There's nowhere for me to really chill. Like, the break room at my job is a hell of noise. So I work at a place where no, I mean, it's a very, very, very powerful tool short term. People really love their Bezoses and their Musks and for some reason, their Trumps. People like their Hideo Kojimas and stuff like that, but they don't really understand that it takes a village for literally everything. Like, however, again, I think the main point I really want to make is that my interest in Tesla is in what the car is gonna be, what the vehicle is, and not Musk worship, you know? I actually wish he would get the fuck off of Twitter. I wish it were illegal for people over a certain amount of sway to not have their texts checked or their tweets checked before they were sent out. I think it's probably the stupidest thing that you can do to a company or, you know, a country, is to have the person in charge have unfettered access to Twitter. You know, the shithole of the internet at that, like, or the social media verse or whatever. I don't even know what you call it. It's not really the internet. But like, I have looked at many electric vehicles out there. The Tesla system of superchargers, the constant over-the-air updates, the self-driving aspect, the very future-forward thinking of the business. I know that no business is going to last forever, and Tesla doesn't have the safety net that comes with like major manufacturers and stuff like that. But like, I'm kind of done supporting the people that were willing to throw everything away and fight to crush electric vehicles for decades and then hop on board once it's profitable. I really hate the idea of like this one company got together and said, we want to do this, we want to do something better and different and outside. I mean, if you really want to feel that way, there are like no products you can buy. I a long time ago decided that it's worth separating the art and the artist, and I think I'm gonna let that be a core tenet in my life, because otherwise, if you think of it as the person on the end of the check exclusively, there's going to be a lot of good things that you're not going to do because of the slight bad that it's going to benefit one person. I'm not saying go out and support, you know, dictators because they make good ice cream or something, but like, there's so much more that I think needs to be addressed. The number of like significant American jobs it's given, the number of benefits it's given to the planet as a whole, etc., etc. There's a lot of good that can be taken from it if you just separate the Tesla from the Elon. And I think that's my primary approach to it. Letting those two things exist independently from one another as much as I can. But I've been looking into it like crazy. I am way into the electric vehicle. Right. Yeah, there's some of them, but there's some bigger things that I really feel like I've already supported the planet aspect by having an electric vehicle. As you know, Jackie drives a lot more than I do. She was spending $35 a week on gas. I spend maybe $40 a month on gas. I drive a lot less than she does. My commute is smaller. And when we're together, we pretty much drive her car unless we're going on a trip. But I've looked into it. If you know, 10% of the sale of the Tesla that I buy goes into Elon's pocket, but the 90 other % of it goes directly to the company that's really forward thinking and the number of people that are working for it, etc., etc. There's a trade-off that I'm willing to make in this particular instance. I don't know if I want this gun, but I'll just buy it. I don't want that at all. Yeah, and I'm not telling you to... Oh, fuck! I'm not telling you to do any differently. You do you. Exclusively and fully. I don't think you should buy a Tesla because I feel like I'm comfortable buying a Tesla. But this is a thing that I've put a lot of personal thought into, and I really feel is the best call for me. Dang. Yeah. It sucks. The claiming ownership of a movement. Like, I love the projects that Elon Musk is behind. I really do. They're the publicity face. Like, they're not, like you said, they're not the auteur. They're someone that wants to claim credit but is not the credit. Right. Like, every Scorsese movie isn't Martin Scorsese in a vacuum. But, like, I understand we still think of every Scorsese movie as a Scorsese movie. We don't think of it as a Leonardo DiCaprio movie necessarily, or a Best Boy, or, you know, Main Grip, or whatever. Like, we there's a person we associate with the thing, and I think that that's kind of, to a degree, foolish on the part of the customer to be kind of simplistic in their if they're doing that. If there's someone out there that's saying, this is me, this is Musk, Tesla is Musk, SpaceX is Musk, Solar City, whatever, it's just them, then there's some publicity that goes with it. If Elon Musk being the face of it brings more money into something that is on the core a good thing, then I am willing to sacrifice his bullshittery for a fully sustainable Solar City, a rocket program that is doing in decades what we would have done in half centuries. Like, if his name is getting the funding behind it, then I personally, and just me personally, am willing to let that name be the driving force if it takes other people seeing that name to get behind it. I wish he would shut up when he's being a little spoiled 14-year-old on the internet. I really, really do. He says some god-awful things. I mean, some just unnecessary, nutso god-awful things. But he's done more good than most people will even potentially have the opportunity to do in his life. And I think focusing on his stupid Twitter comments is, like, almost wholly beside the point. But, again, that's my take on it. And it's my take on it after a long time of just thinking, you know. I've been so upset and so nervous about the future of Tesla and SpaceX and Solar City and even the Boring Company and things like that, that, you know, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that he doesn't single-handedly collapse these companies. But I still support the work. I support what it has done for the world as a whole. And I would love to be a part of such a future-thinking endeavor, even if the guy wearing the big CEO hat is a ball sack. Like, no, and you don't even need to explain your reasoning. Like, that was him showing what a lot of people tend to think of as his true colors, and they very well may be, that when things don't go his way, he gets petulant. He gets, like, point the gun the right way, please. He gets pissy and whiny and name-calling and stuff like that, and it's really stupid and it's really destructive. And it fucking sucks. It reeks. But, like, I'm still seeing overall more good than a bunch of dumb comments online. And again, my point of view, my perspective, my opinion. Yeah. No, I mean, I fully agree with you. And, like, if Tesla and SpaceX weren't things that I really need to see happening, like, I think the world needs to see happening, then his attitude and his ego and his babyishness to me would be more than enough. But it's like, it's the conversation about, like, you know, should I stop listening to David Bowie because he did something awful to somebody? A lot of people would say yes. I've gotten into many very, very engaging conversations about it. Hey, Dewooski, what's up? And I've come to the conclusion that I believe that David Bowie is a person, one, and then David Bowie is a series of albums and songs, two. I believe that I've had the art versus artist conversation a number of times. If he was going around straight up, you know, stabbing babies in the heart, but his songs are banging, I'd probably, you know, I'd probably be a shitty person for saying that I'm gonna look past it so I can listen to, you know, Put On Your Red Shoes and Dance the Blues. But, like, I think that people's personal fuck-ups should not fully detract from the their accomplishments. I think that there's a tendency to look at the individual and the individual's output as 100% the same thing. Hey, nice! Man cave's coming together swelly. Dang, I cannot get keys on this run. Sucks. Dude, I need to get some water after this floor. And I understand that. I just, it's like what I said to Jackie when we had the same conversation about Bowie. It's like, if she feels that she should not support Bowie because of some of the things he did, like, then she has my support in not supporting him. I personally feel differently about this one thing, that art and artist are fundamentally two separate beings. What else would I even use here? Oh man, had to be this guy. This is the one guy that's likely to fuck me up. I got a real easy run this time. I flawless the first floor, and then I got the finished gun soon after. What are my bullets doing? Oh, I have angry bullets. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I still think American Beauty is an amazing movie, because that movie is not Kevin Spacey. That movie is everybody that was a part of it, from director to writer to every other actor to other things. Kevin Spacey was a part of it. He was the narrator, but that movie is not Kevin Spacey. Tesla is not Elon Musk, even if he wants it to be. Like, God. Good thing we don't need anything on this run, because we are getting garbage. Oh boy. We don't need Holy Grail. That'd put us at 7 curse. And we just don't need it. But yeah, I think that's a fundamental difference between the two of us. I don't like to think of these things as directly one person. It's really it is easier to connect it, especially if it's like something like an album or a painting, and it says on the front of the album, David Bowie, as I'm David Bowie. But like, for me, there's so many people that are a part of these things, and there's so much like, there we go. There's so much more to it than what someone said or did. And no one made... American Beauty wasn't made where, you know, everyone went, hey, are you a horrible person, Kevin Spacey? Are you a vindictive, terrible you know, manipulator of people. And then they said, ooh. Ooh. This run, although... I think people want to play villains because it's Oscar bait. But, you know, I'm not disagreeing with you fundamentally. I think that I still myself believe that art and artists are fundamentally different. And for me, I feel they need to be. I don't want my painting to be judged on whether I farted in my mom's face when I was 7. I know these people are doing horrible things, and it sounds like I'm condemning them for a joke. But what I mean is, like, if I make an incredible book and then I run over a kid later on, I don't want history to be like, that guy who wrote that book was a kid killer, and so his book is terrible. Because maybe, you know what? That was a very horrible example. But like, I really think it is important for things to exist outside of the confines of the creator. I think it's fundamentally important for things to stand on their own if they have value that is wholly unique from... Oh my god. That's wholly separate from the individual. I mean, we wouldn't have rockets if it wasn't for, I almost said Werner Herzog, but Braun? Oh man, I can't remember the name. I've read so many books about it, and I can't remember the name of the fucking rocket guy. But rockets were essentially made for Nazi purposes, first and foremost, and then later got applied to other space flight things. I mean, we even brought the Nazi guy over to the US and was like, hey, you want to be a big part of our NASA program? We're trying to beat the commies into space for some reason. Even though we're going to drop the whole space thing as soon as it's not as lucrative. That's fine. I mean, if Tesla was the exact same company and still had Elon and they just called it Tesla or something, I don't see how that solves anything, I guess. You know? We're still saying the things the person is doing is incredible. Some of the other things the person did are terrible. But that's no reason to discredit the incredible things the person was a part of. Not even the whole thing. They're just a part of. But again, I don't want to... It's not a good thing I've discovered by having conversations with my wife and her friend in a similar vein. It's not a good thing to try to convince somebody of, because it's such a fundamental, almost like spiritual element of a person, whether they think art and artist should be 100% separated, case-by-case basis, or some other third thing. Well, anything an artist ever does is changes the quality of their work. Oh boy. I mean, you could really easily say the same thing about spaceflight and von Braun. I think it's von Braun. Like, we would not have satellites in space. If you're using GPS, you're supporting his research, you're supporting what he did. If you've ever benefited from a rocket going into the sky, you were supporting a terrible, terrible Nazi. One of the most... I mean, he's the reason that London was bombed for fucking years. Nah, that's stupid. Like, doing what you can is what you gotta do. I still fundamentally think that, in this regard, I disagree with what tends to be actually most people. I think more people believe that art and artists should go hand in hand. That a person's life should have some opinion-forming quality when you think about what they've done. But yeah. And I mean, and I still think if people are bad enough, then the whole shit goes out the window. Like, I'm not looking at the quality of Hitler's paintings. Well. But I am, you know, if someone told me I can go in a rocket right now, and that rocket was based off of the designs that Von Braun put together, I'd be like, put me on that fucking rocket, dude. Please. The only thing that I really have wanted and probably will want for my entire life that I know I will never experience is spaceflight. It's actually, like, if I had to answer a question like, what's the saddest point of your existence, that I know that I will never experience spaceflight. Setting foot on another planet. Dude, fucking do it, and best of luck to you. Like, for real. I would give anything. There's not a ton I can give now, but if I had been on a path that could lead me to even a day in 0G, I'd about face right now. But, you know. I'm happy and I love my life. For the longest time I had this running, like, quote-unquote joke that I wanted to be the father of the first kid born on Mars. I still think Mars is, like, the future of humanity, and I think that, like, I mean, I know it's never gonna happen. It is still a genuine dream I have to be on Mars. It sucks. It sucks to even think about, like, it bums me out to think about, like, even right now. Yo, these dumb smart bullets or whatever are wrecking this guy. Ah, no! I didn't get a lead god? Oh my god, I suck. Oh man, if it meant being in space, I would gladly be first wave. How the fuck did I not get a lead god on this run? Look at what's going on right now. And I somehow did not get a lead god. Let's see if I can build this gun up a little bit. Whoa. Bummer. Well, whatever. What's a lead god even do anymore? Oh, and I use my blank? Sucks. I have like a million thoughts pulsing through my head. So Jackie's on her way home. I think I'll probably finish her run before she gets here because this run is overpowered as fuck. I still haven't caught a Kyle stream yet, which is like wiggity whack. because I helped him put that computer together and I haven't even got to see it. I watched a video that he posted on, or that he put up, but I was like watching on my phone at work, so I didn't really get a clear view of the quality or anything. But I'm like so excited he has a like functioning PC now. It's like, it's insane that the computer scientist, Kyle, T-Scientist, has been working on a bum's crumb of a laptop for so long, and he's finally out of that sitch. Wow, this thing is really powerful. Oh, maybe not that powerful. Also, I'm excited to, like, play video games with him at some point. Yo, Ninja, what are you running again? What's your PC? What's your build? What's your CPU, GPU, sitch? So I remember we were talking about it a while back, but I don't remember the specifics. Yeah, I had to look up some information on mine earlier. I couldn't remember what motherboard I had. I couldn't remember what my RAM speed was. My RAM speed is actually the slowest speed, but it doesn't... It's 2133, but I think the consensus is it doesn't matter too much. It's kind of like the thing you spend more money on if you're just wanting to spend more money on your computer after a certain point. Yo! Okay. What happens when he gets out? Does he see me? Nope. Ha! Fool. So those don't... They, like, can't do anything. Dude, I am so sore and tired from this weekend. I think slow work days are... Whoa. That was so much text that just popped into that Discord. Oh, I saw it. Man, I hate the 4th of July. I bet being in medicine, the 4th of July and New Year's Eve are the just fucking absolute worst. Probably Halloween's up there too, I guess. Leprechaun's Day. Ooh, St. Patrick's Day, I mean. It's not called Leprechaun's Day. I knew what I was doing when I said that. I don't know why I wanted to say that. That's a pretty horrible thing to want to say. That 2700X? Holy shit, that's awesome. Jackie's has a 2700 in it. Wait, which, where's the graphics card? It says RX Vega. RX Vega 590? Is that your graphics card? Yeah, okay. Man, that's a good fucking graphics card. Do not... Water cooling is not worth it. Water cooling is absolutely not worth it. It's good if you have it, but it's not worth upgrading to. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not like fundamentally bad, but if you're looking to like improve your computer with water cooling, it's not worth putting it into it. I watched a Linus Tech Tips thing. Like, they were using the example of an extremely good fan cooling system, but they found out that many fan coolings actually work as well as water cooling and are actually quieter, which the whole point of water cooling is for it to be quieter and more powerful. But it's mostly the things can go wrong with water cooling that basically cannot go wrong with fan cooling. For instance, you can spill water all over your computer and ruin it if something detaches or something. But with a fan, the fan just stops working. Yeah, I've heard those noises sometimes when it's like, it sounds like a radiator like ramping up. Oh, really? I should post a pic. I'm like so fucking into PC building. And so borderline still just a beginner at it. Where is this guy? Oh, he's dead. Oh, that's really silly. I think I remember you telling me about that. That's kind of a bummer. But, you know, place some books around the side of it, or book stands. What are they called? Probably book stands. Around the side of it, and you're all good. I don't know if I'm gonna flawless this guy either. But I should. I absolutely should. Dude, I cannot tell what is an actual bullet and what is ricocheting off of these dumb smart bullet things. But I'm gonna treat everything as if it's an actual bullet. Nice. This is scary. Okay, so that was not an actual bullet, or I would have just gotten hit. It was coming at a weird angle. Cats aren't allowed in my office. They're only allowed in my office when I am, like, right here, and usually I kick them out after a pretty brief while. Dude, I can't fucking believe I got hit on the dragon. By like a dumb stray bullet. Oh my god, it almost happened again. That one was coming right for me. Yeah, this is a dumb run. I love, like, any kind of homing bullet and, oh, you motherfucker! Why do I still go 45 degrees on this guy? I will literally never learn. I'm still standing at 45 degrees from him. Like, I said that, and then I stayed 45 degrees away from him. Jesus Christ, just world's stupidest brain. I flawless the old king with half of yeah, dude, I will see a bullet coming down at this angle and I'll be over. So this is me, the fist, this is the bullet moving down, and I'll go like I'll intercept it. That should have been the slammest of dunks. I didn't have to think to flawless any boss there. And I got hit on the dragon from an easily dodged attack. And then I got hit twice on the last stage of the Lich because I was standing where I absolutely know not to stand. Rudy, you okay down there? Oh, he's passed out. He's so scared of fireworks. That's some good shit for having 5 pieces of junk. Oh boy, I need to get some water.